Your dick isn't in the shot, is it?
No
Okay.
pee-pee.
No pee-pee?
No pee-pee.
Cool. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bat in the Hat podcast, where we dive deep into all things nerd. My name, of course, is Steve, and with me, as always, is Trey. Trey, what's up, Trey?
Hello, beautiful people. I'm glad to be here. I want that to be my slogan.
You gonna just have a catchphrase?
Like beautiful people.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome.
I don't think
nice.
it's true. I think it's an inaccurate statement.
Why do you say that?
Because, one, most people are ugly, and two, the people who watch our show...
Ooh.
I'm
Sean McNally.
I'm sure.
Ooh.
I'm sure very attractive
Sexy demon.
people. Anyways, we've had a huge week this week, guys.
Yes,
I'm excited because we had a thing happen on this most recent Saturday,
right?
Called DC Fandome.
Whoa.
What day was that? Today's the 19th.
Yep.
So is it I don't know what day. Today's
Math.
Tuesday, 18, 17. It was on the 16th. So we had DC Fandome. They dropped a bunch of trailers and first looks, and it was huge. And it's something that I have been literally dying to talk about. So we're going to jump in. We're going to start talking about DC Fandome and all of the crazy shit. And I have my notes. You have your notes. And then we were going to talk about Halloween Kills this week.
Right.
However, because there was so much that happened with DC Fandome and so much we want to talk about, we don't want this to be like a super long episode. So we're going to save that till next week, because next week is the week of Halloween,
Big
I think.
spooks.
Is next week the week of Halloween?
Yeah. Big spooks.
Has to be, right? Big spooks. So we're going to do a super spooky episode next week,
Ooh.
next Wednesday, which I think is the 26th, if I can do math right. Today's the 19th at
Sounds
7,
about right.
26th. We're going to do a spooktacular Bat in the Hat Halloween episode, and we're going to review a spoiler episode of Halloween Kills.
Right.
We'll talk about the first and second movie, just because there's 2 out of 3 of the trilogy. Out.
And they mesh really well too. So
They do. They line up. I mean, they literally, the second one started right when the first one ended. So
right.
it was cool, and we will talk about it next week. But for this week, like I said, we're going to talk about DC Fandome, and boy howdy.
You don't want to talk about Marvel Eternals?
Is there some shit? Was there something that happened with Marvel Eternals?
They dropped the trailer, but who cares?
Oh, they dropped a trailer? See, I
Nah.
didn't even know about that.
Who cares?
There is one thing of Marvel, I think, that I wrote down on my
Really?
notes. It doesn't look like it even updated, though, because it was like, you know what? Fuck Marvel.
Yeah.
Fuck those notes.
Literally, the only highlight of the Eternals trailer was Angelina Jolie looked like normal rather than like dying, and I don't remember the character name, but they had like a Superman type character who was doing like a lot of like laser beams through the eyes.
Right.
But he was kind of like Russian, but they were definitely hitting like all the Superman tropes.
Russian Superman?
Yeah, he had like the voice, but he was like, I don't wear a cape, I don't fly, and everything like that.
And that was in the Eternals trailer?
Yeah, they were fighting like weird monsters and shit.
I'd fuck with Russian Superman.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
but then again, it's Marvel, so it's not Superman. So who cares?
Russian Superman, that was Red Sun.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't read Red Sun, it is a phenomenal book, and I highly suggest it. The
Or the animated movie.
Yeah, the movie was all right.
The
The
Batman
movie-
saved it for me.
The movie was all right if you never read the book.
Mhm.
But again, I don't know why they keep making these DC animated movies and then being like, oh, but we're going to change it for the movie.
Right.
Even though the book was widely acclaimed and everyone loves the fucking story, we're just going to make this different. Just
Well, I
for
feel like
us.
if like the people who are creating it just want to have their little spice to it. Normally it doesn't hit as well, but sometimes you get some bangers.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Let's jump in. DC Fandome, the first things first. Now, this is actually going in order of what I saw. I didn't get to catch up until a couple hours later.
All right.
So we're just going to kind of go in order from what I saw and what I thought was insane.
Cool
all right.
beans.
So let's start with some of like the low down shit.
Okay.
The stuff I'm not as excited about. The CW Flash. Holy fuck. He got some gold boots,
Whoa.
which I wrote down here. CW Flash gets gold boots, still looks stupid.
Mm.
Very true. I think he looks incredibly stupid. There are rumors that what's his name? Do you remember the name of the
Grant Gustafson?
Grant Gustin. Grant Gustin, who plays the Flash, is absolutely sick of playing the Flash and thinks that, just like the rest of us, they've taken that show into a really just
Yeah.
bad direction. And it was amazing the first couple seasons, and it is now, it's unwatchable, completely unwatchable. I did just find out that the girl who plays their daughter in like season 5 or 6, who plays XS, the hero from the future. She was in Smallville.
Oh, really?
I don't remember what she was in Smallville, but I was watching a Smallville thing and she was there.
Neat.
Yeah, so the Flash gets golden boots. Now, why is that important? Only important because they dropped a Flash teaser trailer as well for the new movie The Flash, coming out in 2023. No way.
Mid 2022.
2022?
Yeah, Shazam's the 2023.
See, Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam.
God, that's so far away.
Yeah.
Flash is 2022? I thought.
Supposedly.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we're at the end of 2021. Yeah,
I think
okay.
It's slated for like Christmas, I want to say.
God damn. They dropped a teaser trailer. It was amazing. We found out a couple of things.
Right.
It said like the Flash in production, like, and I think they just wrapped today, if I'm not mistaken. Really? I think I saw an article saying that the Flash wrapped today. However, we learned a couple of things, really cool things. The Flash teaser trailer. One, there's 2 Barry Allens. We saw them getting out of the car together. Right. We saw them standing in the Batcave with Supergirl, right, next to them. And they were clearly both Ezra Miller. So Ezra Miller was playing 2 versions from 2 different universes of that Barry Allen.
Right.
We got to see the back, just the very back of Michael Keaton's, like,
cowl.
Batman cowl.
Yeah.
And we got to hear his voice. And it was like, why do you care so much about saving this timeline? And then we got to see Supergirl, of course, which, again, she's gorgeous. I'm absolutely interested in seeing this take on Supergirl. Right. I kind of love that they didn't go with every version of Supergirl who's been just blonde and, looks exactly like the same. They went with somebody who just looks very different, but looks like they fit in Henry Cavill's world of who Superman is and Supergirl. Now, we think that she's probably from a different timeline or a different universe. I'm still just super, super excited to see it.
Hopefully it opens it up to let the Lois and Clark Superman kind of mesh in, just because they kind of look a little bit similar.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Tyler Hoechlin?
That'd be my ideal. But
I don't know. I just don't like. I hear
Henry
that
Cavill's out. So.
I hear that show. See, but nothing's honestly official about Henry Cavill.
He doesn't want to do it anymore, guys.
No, yes, he does. Every time he's in an interview, he talks about how bad he wants to do it. I think that DC just fucked up, and they don't want to have to fix it.
Right.
So we'll see. I think Henry Cavill. There's a lot of rumors that Henry Cavill is going to make cameos in some of these movies, including The Flash, mostly in Shazam 2. And there's a big rumor that Henry Cavill Superman is going to fight Black Adam at some point in the movie. So
that'd be interesting.
I don't know. That would be awesome, though. One of the big things about the Flash teaser trailer, is that the 2 Barry Allens, you could tell which one was our Ezra Miller. He was in the green, dark brown, maybe coat. He has short hair, right? He had the same haircut from the Justice League movie. Yeah. The other Flash, Barry Allen, had longer hair, right? And he didn't have a suit. So you saw that he was spray painting Batman's old bat suit, and he sprayed it red and then like sprayed the Flash logo on it. And they laid a couple of Easter eggs in there that I'm really been like thinking about, and I've been watching it over and over. One, the jacket that the long-haired one is wearing, that the long-haired Ezra Miller is wearing, is yellow. Okay. That's only significant if you think about Reverse Flash. This is definitely kind of a Flashpoint story that they're doing, because it shows him kind of like walk up to his mother and like touch her on the shoulder, and like he's trying to save some version of the Flash created Flashpoint, right? And that's how we get to Michael Keaton Batman. He spray paints the boots of the old Batman red, and then it shows him spray paint the yellow on like the lightning bolt on the boot. Yeah. And then the other boot behind it is turned around, and it's a backwards Flash logo.
I didn't catch that.
So
that's pretty cool.
I've been staring at it thinking like, now a lot of people say, oh, they're not going to do full-on Reverse Flash or Eobard Thawne or whatever. I think they are. They think that maybe it'd be a dark Flash, or they wouldn't like call him Reverse Flash. There were just too many little things in that trailer that made me think, this is Reverse Flash. Whatever's about to happen, I think this is Reverse Flash.
It's going to be a great movie.
That was me personally. Did anything stand out to you in that trailer?
I like the poster that they put out of the painted Batman suit.
Yes.
Where it had the logo on it.
Which is the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
He painted, in that picture, it shows where they're both in their suit. Oh.
I like how they have the ring as well. That's pretty badass.
Yeah. So we didn't even talk about the fact that we got to see Ezra Miller in the new suit that Ben Affleck's Batman made for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks awesome. It looks weird. It's light up, you know.
Yeah.
But we did get to see the ring. What I thought was interesting is the ring looks kind of patinaed.
Yeah.
Like older, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know where that's going to come from. I don't know if
I wonder if he's going to get it from the other Flash.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't know if Ben Affleck's Batman made the ring for him as well, or if maybe Michael Keaton's world had a Flash, like had their own Flash, and he's dead now.
Yeah, with
and
the Tim Burton, like and everything like that, it's kind of fitting that they would have the old school pop out, run around type of deal.
And he gives him the ring like this was from the Flash of my universe, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just speculating around here, just percolating. Just got some ideas bubbling, percolating. Very cool. Very cool.
I loved whenever he pulled at the very end, whenever he pulled the car cover. I mean, we didn't get to see the Batmobile.
We didn't get to see the Batmobile.
To hear him go like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
and then cuts off.
Awesome. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for so many of these things. And I can't wait to talk about them. The next thing I want to talk about is the Black Adam first look. This somehow has me more excited than the Flash movie.
Yeah.
Just by a little bit. Just because of that clip we got to see. So it starts with behind the scenes directorial talk about like you see Aldous Hodge and he's like, I play Hawkman, and then you got the kid who's like, I'm Atom Smasher and Cyclone and all that. And then finally it goes, you know, and they're talking about like, oh, the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change.
Right.
And then it goes into the opening scene where these archaeologists are searching these caverns and these ancient ruins. And she wipes off dust just like in every other fucking movie, and wipes off dust, and she says something, I think in Arabic, and then she says Shazam. Huge lightning bolt hits and blows everyone away. There was also like, most of them were already like armed.
Yeah.
So I'm interested into what, like, if they knew what they were looking for.
And who sent them to look for it, too.
And who sent them to look for it. Maybe it was Dr. Sivana from the first one. Mr. Mind, one of them. But it was really cool seeing that huge lightning bolt. And then he's standing there looking just like Black Adam. The Rock said in that trailer, he said, I think I was born to play Black Adam.
Right.
And I thought I fixed it. And I got to tell you, I don't disagree. I think that he was absolutely right. I think that is a role that is perfect for him. And he does scarily look like Black Adam. So he's standing there and they're creeping up on him. They're about to pull them guns. And the dude walks up on him and grabs him by the throat. Right? That cool super speed grabs him, lifts him up, and then just starts electric frying him in his hand until he turns to bone and dust.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I'm fucking set.
Movie's gonna be metal as fuck.
Metal as fuck. If this movie's not brutal, I'll be upset.
You think it'll get a rated R?
No. I don't think it'll get a rated R, but I am hoping I'm hoping there's some like, oh fuck moments, you know? Like some savagery.
Right.
You know, that being said, I don't know if we're going to see him in Shazam 2, because Shazam 2 is going to come out after Black Adam.
Probably not, but might have like a cut thing at the end type of deal.
Right. Well, it just feels like, again, just like waiting so long for these things.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I understand, you know, but they already kind of skipped their opportunity to do an MCU style build-up. And now that we're getting so much at once, like, I don't want to wait forever for it. Like, just show me the movies. Let me see them fight. Like, Shazam and Black Adam. That's who I want to see fuck shit up, you know? Speaking of Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. We got some before we move on. What'd you think of the Black Adam? I'm sorry, I'm steamrolling all over this.
I'm all there with you. I'm 100% super hyped for that movie.
Yeah.
It looks insane. I mean, The Rock has always been one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
/ like wrestlers that transitioned into it.
He's fantastic.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
I love that he didn't skip a chance to do his like motivational, like, I've worked these hands, these calluses to the bone to bring you an amazing movie.
Did you
and I'm
see
like,
the comment section for all of it?
no.
It was all people posting his rap lyrics from that Tech 9 song.
Yeah.
Gotta work, gotta devour, and take what's ours.
I gotta tell you,
it's just so funny.
everybody keeps making fun of that song, and I was listening to it. The first time I heard it, I was like, this is corny, like, this is so fucking stupid. And then I listened to it, like, for the 9th time, and I was like, something goes hard about this. Something goes, what's my motherfucking name? Like, ugh.
This is something that, like, a defensive line coach would, like, listen to.
You know what? It reminds me of when Shaq released Shaq'd in a Fool.
Yeah.
You remember that when Shaq put out a rap album?
Whenever it first came out, people on Instagram were saying we want a versus between The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That would be hilarious. Right. I can't lie. Anyways, Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. We got a little bit of footage. It was mostly behind the scenes stuff, but there was some really cool stuff in that behind. Did you get to see the Shazam stuff?
They showed all the monsters that they're going to be fighting and all the places that they're going to be going to.
Yep. So they said it's Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren are the two goddesses that they've angered.
Interesting.
And it showed just, I think, some really cool ideas of what they're going to be doing. What I really liked is the suits got a major upgrade. They look way better. I hated the first movie suit because it looked like such a cheesy plastic lightning bolt on the front.
Are you talking about Shazam, or are you talking about all of them?
All of them in the first one, because it was like a cheesy plastic lightning bolt that lit up. You know, it was like glowing.
Yeah.
In this one, it looks a little more just like textural suit, you know, and it looks like Superman's suit, and it looks amazing. It looks so good. All of the actors are coming back except for one actress who played the older version of Mary Marvel, because now the girl who plays young Mary Marvel is old enough that she can be both.
Okay.
Right? So that actress is the only person who's the same between kid version and then Shazam version.
That's pretty cool.
And she is gorgeous, and I am very excited. I think that she was very good in the last one, and I am excited to see it. But Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren, that's pretty cool, man. Two beautiful, like, older, legendary actors, you know, both who have done just a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, what did you think? Shazam 2, how are you feeling?
It's definitely going to be interesting with all the locations that they're going to be hitting.
Yeah.
Because I think they said they're going to go back to the lair. They're going to go back to their own like hideout spot.
And it looks like they decorated up that lair to look like there's a big sign that says lair. And they put all the like kid stuff that they would want in it.
I'm really hoping the dad from the last movie is going to be in it. I can't remember his name. He plays Jerry in The Walking Dead. He's like one of my favorite characters in The Walking Dead too. He was the bigger set dude with the hair.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in The Adopted Dad, you mean, or the foster father?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's King Ezekiel's like right hand.
Oh, really? See, I never got that far.
But the cool thing about him is, I know it's a little tangent, but he was just a fan of The Walking Dead and never had any acting, and he like just wrote multiple times, and then just ended up going to like one of those like how they like have auditions for walkers,
right?
And he went there, and just how charismatic he is. Everybody loved him.
Really?
They just wrote him into the show.
That's crazy.
It's awesome.
And then suddenly he's in a Shazam movie.
Yeah.
It's that's nuts to hear. Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, very excited. Again, I want that to, since that's coming after Black Adam, I would love a Black Adam appearance.
Right.
It'd be really cool if it wasn't just an end trailer scene or an end credit scene, I mean. However, if that's what we get, hopefully it's not another 3 years before we get a movie featuring them.
Right. I mean, even if the Black Adam movie does good, since just the way that it's kind of like set up, you could have Black Adam 2 be where they square off type of deal.
Yeah, that's true.
So, because then you could do a whole different like genre perspective on it, rather than doing like the heroes look at the villain. You could do the villain look at the hero. That'd be kind of interesting.
I don't know. I mean, again, I talk to my friends about how Black Adam in the comic books right now is a good guy, and he's with the Justice League. Like, not a good guy, but somebody who's like, I'm starting to kind of feel bad for how I've been. Everything I've done is in the name of Kondak, you know, and everything I've done has been to protect my people. But I think I've been doing it kind of wrong, which is a little weird. I don't know if I'm loving it so far, but We'll see. I just wonder if a lot of times when these storylines start happening, it's kind of informative of how movies and stuff are going to go.
Right.
So I'm interested to see if they're doing this specifically so they can make Black Adam a good guy and bring him into that side so that The Rock has longevity in his role.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, Black Adam first look. Talked about the stupid CW flash boots. Let's talk about the what's it called?
Super Pets?
No, the creme de la. I just realized
the creme de la creme.
Bottom
Super
banner
Pets.
never went away.
No, you're good.
The creme de la creme, the cream de la cum, the
Super Pets.
The Batman trailer.
Super Pets.
All right, let's talk about Super Pets. League of Super Pets. It does have an all-star cast.
Yep.
Also starring The Rock.
Yep.
As Crypto the Superdog.
And you got Kevin Hart as
Ace the Bat Hound.
Hell yeah.
It's also got like Vanessa Bayer and John Krasinski and a bunch of other really cool people. I'm excited for that just because I do love the cast. It's probably going to be very funny because The Rock and Kevin Hart together are just insane.
They never miss.
They don't. Central Intelligence, so funny.
Jumanji.
Yeah, so funny. And it's frustrating. I am very excited for that. However, what I'm more excited for is the Batman trailer.
Dun, dun, dun.
They finally put out a full-length Batman trailer, and we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
The only thing I put down in the notes is full Batman trailer, holy fucking shit.
There you go.
It is insane.
Very descriptive.
So, there's a couple of things I want to talk about.
Okay.
One of them. Well, let's go through the trailer first. Let's talk about the trailer. So, it opens up on SWAT surrounding this diner, right? They open the door to clearly see the Riddler, Paul Dano, sitting there. He had just made a little question mark in his coffee. I thought that was cool, out of the cappuccino foam.
The very opening kind of gave me a vibe with that famous painting where it's like American, I can't remember the name of it.
No, I agree. Where you're looking into the window of the diner. Yeah. So they go and they arrest him. I thought that was interesting because that tells us that is he behind bars for most of this movie?
Right.
Is it a Hannibal Lecter situation?
Right.
He set up traps. It's said that he's supposed to be like a Jigsaw type character. He set up a lot of traps and left riddles for them to solve. He is going after who he feels is corrupt. So corrupt politicians and police officers and people who he's like, you should be doing better.
Yeah.
So in his mind, it's a noble cause, which in my opinion, all of the best villains in history think that they're good guys.
Yeah.
You know, Jigsaw himself in the Saw movies, he thought what he was doing was for the good, you know. One of my favorite villains of all time, Ra's al Ghul, Batman's nemesis, one of them, you know. He thinks that what he's doing is to help the world, he thinks he's saving the world with his acts of terrorism. And I just always found that super interesting when people like that are convinced that they are good guys.
Right.
So Paul Dano's Riddler is that. I found it very interesting that we never saw his face.
Yeah.
It never showed, even in the prison scene where the gates were lifting up, it cut off right before it showed his face. And has a lot of people saying that it's a red herring.
Ooh.
That scene may be the one in prison. The Joker is behind that glass. Right? I don't know if that's what I think.
Turns out to be Calendar Man.
Right, wouldn't it be? Well, what was it? Batman The Long Halloween, which this movie is very based off of. Calendar Man was like the inside informant. He was the Hannibal Lecter. They kept going to him like, how do you criminals think? And he would give them like rhetoric and kind of be like, you know, what do you think about what we would think about? So it wouldn't be the most surprising.
Right.
However, Calendar Man was in Suicide Squad. So we saw what a nerd he is.
Yeah.
I thought it was very funny that he was that kind of nerdy, stupid, shit-talking guy. But a lot of people are thinking that might be the Joker.
Really?
And, you know, he punches the glass, and nobody could understand what he said.
Yeah.
The first, you know,
that was the only part of the whole entire trailer that got me. It was like, what?
Not only that, but from that angle, he has very British teeth. Like,
Oh.
there's gaps between all of his teeth, and it just looked very funny.
Don't you dare talk about Team Edward.
I'm just saying, Team Jacob all day. I don't know much about Twilight at all. I remember seeing some of them when I was younger. But I was talking to Lindy loves Twilight,
Right.
and we were talking about it, and she was explaining something about Jacob and like how he imprinted on their daughter as a baby. And I'm just asking the whole time. I'm like, wait, are you telling me that the werewolf kid is a fucking creep? And she's like, oh yeah.
Nice.
Dude's a major fucking creep. He's like obsessed. And I'm like, okay, this whole everything I thought about Twilight just
Bella,
got
you
flipped
silly
upside
loca.
down.
What are you doing?
I'm telling you, sussy little baka. No, so we never got to see his face. People are thinking that might be the Joker.
Right.
We got a lot more looks at Catwoman. We got some really great more action scenes. We got to see just how bulletproof Batman is,
right?
Because we got to see that he gets shot in the shoulder and he rebounds and he gets shot again, but this time he is ready for it and he doesn't do shit. He's walking in that dark hallway. Kind of, do you know which scene I'm talking about?
Yeah,
where he's
where
coming out of the
guns.
dark. Yeah, where they're like firing at him and they're just bouncing off of him. Which I was like, okay, fuck. That reminded me a lot of the Rogue One Darth Vader scene.
It gave me that, and it also gave me a Daredevil hallway one cut scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where
very
he was just
cool.
like beating him up, and it was just one solid cut of the camera moving back.
It looks like the fight scenes in this movie are going to be the best Batman fights we've gotten to date.
I feel like they're going to be more like gritty, like how Daredevil was compared to like how.
Well, they're going to be
like
a little
Batman v Superman, in my opinion.
Right.
Whenever he like swoops in and saves Martha, like that fight scene, that was my favorite Batman fight scene.
Oh yeah.
But that was more like comic book action. This one's going to be more like grit and dirt.
So what I've been wanting is something that doesn't seem so stiff. I think that the warehouse fight scene in Batman v Superman is fantastic.
Right.
And it's hard pressed to get better than that. So I'm going to actually exclude that from what I'm talking about right now, because I do think it's a phenomenal scene. But every other Batman fight scene we got in like The Dark Knight, we got in any of those Christian Bale Batman movies, the Michael Keaton Batman movies, anything so far, they've been very stiff. They've been slow. They've been.
Yeah.
This looks like it's fast. It hits hard. It's scary. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that motif, that kind of like feeling where I'm like, oh fuck, it's happening. Like he's beating the shit out of them. It also made it seem like, I mean, there was that clip where he starts beating on people and Catwoman even looks a little scared. Like I'm getting the vibe that, again, this is a year 2 Batman. This is a young, angry, like it's been said that there is no like Bruce Wayne counterpart. Like he's Bruce Wayne like only when he has to be, but he doesn't do the whole playboy thing. He's more a recluse, you know, and he's only interested in being Batman.
I wonder if they're gonna like hit like the sleeping aspects to where, like, you know how Batman and like say the Batman Venom, where he's up for like 96 hours and he's starting to get crazy and everything like that. I wonder if they're gonna hit those type of like aspects too.
I mean, it's interesting, right? So it is. It's he's scary, he's angry, he's young, and he has no interest in being Bruce Wayne. He only wants to be Batman. And he's, like I said, scary. So there was that scene where Selena looked really frightened. She looks great. I'm very excited about her because, again, you kind of get that vibe that she is a much more comic accurate Catwoman. She's not a good guy. She's not a bad guy. She's doing what she thinks is right for the people she cares about. And because Selena Kyle traditionally is standing up for people who live in the slums who can't stand up for themselves, and she also steals things because she likes stealing shit.
And from what I've seen, it's more along the lines of confidence rather than just sex appeal, in my opinion.
Right.
Because like,
hey, a little equal mix of both, but Catwoman should not be an accessory, in my opinion. Well, in of course, for a long time, she was an accessory to Batman as a story, but she has grown into a character that I think is mainstream enough to where she should feel on the same plane as Batman, if not just a little below, but you take her seriously, right? So I'm very excited about that. We got to see Colin Farrell as as Penguin a little more. Looks phenomenal. He looks very much like Alex Ross's. If you guys haven't seen Alex Ross's portrayal of the Penguin, looks exactly like it, like it's scary.
What was your thoughts on his voice acting like role that he went for it?
I thought it was interesting that he is from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose to do a New York kind of like
Italian mobster.
Italian
like
mobster. Now that's been done. It's not like it's like, oh, the Penguin's not. But traditionally, the Penguin is kind of like a Cockney kind of, got that low voice and it just sounds kind of shitty. Like in the Arkham series, all of the Arkham games, he is that kind of low down guy. Get 'em boys. And but in this, they went for, kind of like, hey, whoa, I'm walking-y. I'm fucking walking-y. I'm a penguin. I got like an umbrella and shit. I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to, it definitely didn't put me at all. I think it sounded good. And again, I'm very excited.
He kind of gave me like a Falcone type of vibe in it, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see, again, he's got that like ugly face. So there's like a part of it that you don't take as seriously. And the Penguin is a coward. He's a big talking coward. So I'm very excited to see his portrayal of this going on.
He always looks moist.
Yeah, he does always look moist. Moist. I love that word. That's what I was going to hit on. When Batman punches the glass in the prison, and he shouts, and everyone's like, we can't understand. I watched it enough times and looked up what other people were thinking.
Yells moist?
No, he yells, what have you done?
Oh, okay.
Which makes way more sense than, I don't know, man. I keep getting lost, and I know that we're on a podcast right now, but I keep getting lost in my fantasy. I'm so excited about this.
Hey, it comes out March 4th.
I know.
2022.
I'm anticipating this so highly. I can't wait. I've had all of my friends who know me have been texting me the last several days. What did you think of the trailer? What did you think? And I told them I can't talk about it. I want to save it for this,
Hell yeah.
So I'm very excited. Let's see what else we got. Those are the big ones. We really don't have anything else that's huge, but we have definitely a bunch of cool stories. So Titans was renewed for season 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have never. That's kind of crazy. Actually.
I didn't think it would happen.
I didn't think you'd go that route.
Yeah,
because I know how deep you are for a Titans fan. Or like Teen Titans, the characters.
Yeah, I'm a huge Teen Titans fan. I collect Teen Titans stuff, and I don't hate the show.
Right.
I look at it like, oh, this is a different universe. It doesn't have to be the same as the comics.
Is it getting too CW for you?
No, it's not even that. It's that it still has to make sense. And it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, nothing that happens makes sense.
And they haven't done anything cool with Starfire either.
And it just, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing cool with Starfire. And it just seems like they're just making it up as they go.
They're just like, they know they struck gold with Nightwing, and everybody else is just kind of like, fuck. We put all of our chips into Nightwing.
We're in season 3, and Beast Boy just turned into another animal.
Yeah.
Like, you're really, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how to say this. I watch it every season. So as it keeps coming out, I doubt I'll be able to stop. I'm just kind of surprised it got renewed for season 4. We did just get the first 2 episodes on HBO Max of Young Justice Phantoms, which I got to watch last night.
What'd you think?
And I know you were very excited. I want to hear what you thought first.
I liked it, but then again, I didn't because it was only 2 episodes. And especially the route of the 2 episodes. Not to spoil it for anybody since it just did come out. Those 2 episodes for like a first 2, they're like, I'd rather that be like a middle of the season type of deal. Like just that storyline. Like if you're starting it off, I mean, granted, I understand why they did that route. But in my opinion, I wish it was more like intenseful and impactful and you actually got like more characters too.
I'm excited because it had a very Young Justice feel. It also makes me think that they are bringing it back to the core team, and that's who we're going to focus on, especially with that opening where it really just showcases the core team.
And Rocket too. They added Rocket.
And Rocket, they did add Rocket, which is very cool.
And they had Static in last season, so hopefully Static gets to play more.
Well, Rocket was in last season too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got icon
Rocket was in the last two seasons.
Yeah.
but yes, she's like part of the main group. I just think that they spent a lot of time the last 2 seasons, which I loved, expanding the universe and meeting new characters, and I love that.
Mm.
But then it became we didn't have time to really get to know and love any particular one. So I think this season they're like, oh, we're coming back. We're gonna focus on the main group, and then we'll sprinkle in some more people. So
Right.
that's pretty cool. We got some trailers for some games. Now it's stuff we already had trailers for: Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League and Gotham Knights, but the story trailers came out, so it gave
Right.
us a lot more info on what the game's storyline is and what it's about. And I was absolutely blown away with Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
I'm completely opposite.
What?
I'm all for Knights right now.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm very excited for Gotham Knights, but
Suicide, like if you had to pick a game right now,
now,
gun to the head,
it'd be Suicide Squad, which
I'm
I hate
picking
even.
Knights.
I hate
I'm
even say
totally
that.
picking Knights.
The only reason is that story looks fucking awesome. Like it genuinely looks like, oh, this is gonna be the
fight
coolest.
The Justice League and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
And you got to see all of the evil versions of the characters. The only one who didn't seem like she had turned was Wonder Woman.
Right.
I couldn't see any of the veins, but the Flash was sitting there talking shit, and he had all those veins popping everywhere, and you
Which
got
is
to see.
kind of weird too, because like in every like iteration of like the Justice League going bad, Wonder Woman's kind of always the first one that like comes out of it. It's always either Wonder Woman or Superman.
Well,
you know what I mean?
We got to see the Batmobile.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to see Batman. Do you think we're going to get to see because it's based in the Arkham universe. So do you think we're going to get to see Batman, or do you think it's going to be all of the Justice League except for Batman?
I want to say we'll see Batman. Granted, I don't think we're going to see it in that opening scene like that you got with the Batmobile. It'll definitely be you have to defeat the Batmobile type of deal. Because the Batmobile broke his wheel and the Joker got away.
Yeah.
Sorry. But nah, you'll definitely fight the Batmobile and have to deal with all that shit and all like he'll probably have like all like the little floaty drones that he has.
Well,
but
it's
then
interesting.
you will get to Batman towards the end because I
think?
feel like he'll be like the.
Do you think
big,
he'll
like,
be the big boss, like the main boss? Like
yeah.
you kill Superman, well not kill, but you do
take
whatever
him
with
out.
Superman, and then you got to face Batman.
Yeah, or it's gonna have like a story separation to where it's gonna separate some of the characters,
right?
And then Batman will be like up in the shadows, and then be like the jump scare type. I think that would be pretty hype.
I'm excited.
But
It
no,
looks
Gotham Knights
really
over
cool.
that, anyways.
Brainiac is definitely behind whatever's happening.
Yeah, which I'm glad they're doing that and not going with like the movie with Starro.
Yeah,
Going that route.
I think that Brainiac is cool because again, it's someone that is definitely worth bringing into a modern game, and with the graphics and all that it's doing, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I like the Amanda Waller character. Well, I don't like her, but she is
portrayed well.
Yeah, portrayed well. All of the characters seem to fit their characters
really
very
give
well.
Deadshot anything.
Not in this one, but I think you get enough of them in that original trailer.
Mainly it was like Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang, yeah, very funny. And then so Gotham Knights we also got. So you love Gotham Knights. Tell the people a little bit about what this one's going to be about.
They're basically just stopping the Court of Owls, but you're having a like you know how in GTA where you can switch between like the characters like Trevor and all them. You're having that type of gameplay, but you have Red Hood. Believe it's Damian Wayne.
No, so it's Red Hood, Tim Drake, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, and Dick, who's Nightwing. So they all start as younger versions of themselves, and then you see them like it's really cool because you get to see them progress. And Tim Drake, he'll go from Robin to becoming Red Robin eventually.
Yum.
Batgirl will start in her original Batgirl suit, and then
the yellow cape.
By the end of it, we'll graduate to that really sleek, cool Batgirl
like the red and everything.
Outfit. I think Dick is always Nightwing, but you might see his costume change, and then Red Hood. And I kind of like they went with this Jason Todd Red Hood of
like a tank character.
He's like a big tank kind of dude, and I'm like that kind of fits the dude, you know. And he's got his guns with rubber bullets and it looks
in the Court of Owls. It's just
it looks
gonna be
really
insane.
Cool. It gave me more of an insight to how story driven it's going to be. So I think the switching around characters is going to happen just according to what part of the story. Obviously, I don't think you're going to be able to just play whoever you want at any time.
Yeah,
I'm sure that as the story progresses, it's going to toss you between kind of like the Marvel Avengers game,
Right.
where you were playing whoever you needed to play at that time. And I'm sure that's going to happen. There's also modes where you and your friends can be online and play
Really?
different characters.
Ooh.
Right. So you can get a whole squad together,
Ooh, that'd be fun.
and you guys can be different Bat family characters.
Nice.
Which I think is pretty neat. And apparently that can happen in the main storyline. So it's not just like an online mode.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm interested to see how that turns out. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. The Court of Owls looks genuinely terrifying. All the Talon characters, we got to see multiple Talons, which tells me that they probably wake up several of them, even though only one like per century is supposed to be awake or whatever the lore is.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be really cool. Those two video games look insane, and I'm very excited for it. Did I miss anything?
No. I mean, they also announced like a mobile game that's coming out. It's kind of like a card, like PvP type of style game.
Oh, really? What kind of game though? What's it based off of?
It's just all like characters, kind of like how Injustice is, but it's gonna be like card, like turn-based. Like,
turn-based kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Looks kind of cool, but
we got the Aquaman first look, which was really just behind the scenes stuff. We didn't get to see anything concrete, except to my dismay, Amber Heard coming back to play Mera. But I mean, we did get enough cool stuff. We got to see really great looks at Black Manta.
Hell yeah.
Who looked phenomenal. And it looked like a really modern version of the retro Manta helmet, you know? Like in the first movie, it looked like what you would expect them to do for a movie now. Like it was a very modernized, but the looks that we were getting of him in this one, it still looks like the classic Black Manta outfit.
Yeah.
But modern somehow. I don't know. It looks really cool. I'm so excited for it.
Oh, yeah.
He's great. I think that I can't remember the gentleman's name who plays Black Manta, but
neither can I.
He's phenomenal. I think he did a great job.
Right.
I think he did a great job. And if anybody, by the way, like knows how I can fix this, leave me a comment down below. I would love to figure out how to just make the sleep go away on my camera. For those of you who are listening on Spotify, my TV keeps turning off. So
we already tried like changing the sleep settings and everything.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Logo. But yeah, I'm very excited. We got to see some Mera. We got to see some of the modern costume, like what Aquaman's going to be wearing, and the different modes, kind of like in different terrain and different whatnot that he's going to look like. It's another movie where they're going to be going around the entire world for whatever crusade they're on. Again, it all looks good. Nothing that they showed us in DC Fandome looked bad, so I don't want to just keep saying it looks amazing. I'm so excited. I am.
To stay with the Aquaman vibe, they even dropped episode 1 of that new Aquaman animated series.
That's right. It looks fucking bonkers.
It was pretty funny.
By the way, did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It was
I haven't
45 minutes long.
Why is every cartoon now in that style? It's that really insane bat metal style.
They all want to kind of like hit that vibe of like Adventure Time,
right?
Which you could definitely see that's where they were pulling from.
I had somebody in my Zoom meeting today quote Jake the dog like in the chat,
making banana pancakes or something.
No, it was it said sucking at something is the first step to being kind of okay at something.
Nice.
And it said Jake the dog. I was nice.
But yeah, awesome. it's on that same type of vibe. I mean, granted, it is the pilot episode,
right?
So no pilot episode is going to be top tier, but it was pretty cool to watch, like especially the style and everything, and just like if you look at background characters, because like some of them they literally just put 2 dots and like a little U for like a smiley face on them and shit. And other ones, they'll make him like look super like they have this like octopus and he has like the little W mouth and he looks like big eyes and everything, real cute.
So it's on HBO Max. I think it's called Aquaman King of Atlantis. Is that what it's called?
I believe so.
Check it out, guys, if you get the chance. I am gonna watch it this week sometime when I get I know that we to be honest, we have stuff coming up. We got tell them, Trey, we got a podcaster Podcasters Unite meeting hosted by Botter Milligan.
Yep.
Is that his last name?
Yep.
Milligan. Botter Milligan. Well, don't let me steal your thunder.
Oh, no, you got
Tell them all about it, man.
Botter Milligan and I believe Tom. I can't remember his last name.
Tom.
But there you go. It's being held at the Buzzsprout location down in San Marco.
Higher Pixels, one of those two.
I believe so. But it's
right
being
here
hired-
on San Jose, not San Marco.
It's a Jacksonville Podcasters Unite group on
Oh, it is San
Facebook,
Marco.
right? And
San Marco area.
everybody in Jacksonville normally comes to it who has a podcast, and it's just a fun event. And we do it, or they do it quarterly.
Mhm.
And this one should be pretty interesting because I believe this is your first one that
This
you're
is the
going
first
to.
one that I'm going to because I normally don't like people.
People.
So I don't like going to these things, but
Right.
I decided, yeah, hell yeah, let's go. It's a good chance to
Market and branch
network
out. Yeah.
and meet people who are also podcasting. And we're a small podcast. I want to thank everybody, by the way, who did watch on YouTube our
Mhm.
first one. We had like 52 views, which
Really?
does not sound like a lot, but that's a lot. You know, that's
yeah.
52 people who, well, or it could be one person who clicked a bunch of times, but I think YouTube's analytics told
Mhm.
me it was like around,
Yeah.
40 or 50 different people. So,
We've been getting good feedback on like the Facebook group and everything
and
too.
we had 20 people listen to it on Spotify, and
Hell yeah.
so we had good stuff, man. I'm so thankful for you guys who did end
Hell
up
yeah.
listening to the first one, and I'm just excited that we're gonna get to do more YouTube stuff going forward, and the podcast meet and greet or podcast meetup or whatever they're calling it, Podcasters Unite, is definitely gonna be cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for that as
And
well.
if anybody wants to come, it is this Thursday, whatever date this Thursday is. The address is 5133 San Jose Boulevard,
The
and it's from
21st
21st. There you go.
is the 21st.
And it's from 7 to I believe like 9. They'll probably have some drinks there, some food. You get to mingle around, do a little schmoozing and boozing, and then
what was this?
little
Little-
schmoozing and
little
boozing.
Little
Or
schmoozing.
would it be boozing
You're just
and
gonna
then schmoozing?
Just jerk people off.
You
and
get it.
Play with the
Little-
tickle the
little
balls.
tickle and bickle. And then speaking of tickle and bickle, since we're already on like a little bit of shout out plugs, let me give a quick shout out to the Metal Gamer Podcast. They're another local Jacksonville podcast group that should be at the event, and I hope you get to meet them. Kyle and Josh and all them, they're pretty rad dudes.
Kyle.
Yeah, fucking drywall.
What are we
they're-
shouting them out for?
They're hitting their 100th episode. It just
Oh.
came out.
No shit.
Hell yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
And their band, what is it called? It's called the Infinite Cinema, badass metal band,
Yeah.
local from Jacksonville,
Uh-huh.
hardcore as fuck. Their debut album, I believe, is dropping this Friday, so give
Fuck
that a
yeah.
check on.
What's the name of it again?
It's called the Infinite Cinema. You
That's the
can find
name
it
of
on
the
everywhere.
band?
Yeah,
Guys, stream the Infinite Cinema. Check them out on, I assume, iTunes and Spotify or
everywhere.
whatever they can
Yep.
put their stuff on. The Infinite Cinema. Show them some love. Jacksonville natives doing some music and podcast shit,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Check them out if you're into metal, and they do a video game podcast, right?
yeah. They have like a Twitch stream every
Yeah.
almost like every day and shit.
I was thinking
They're
about doing a
badass.
Twitch stream for this show, and then I realized that I can't even be in my Zoom meetings without just taking my balls out or something.
Nice.
So there's
Hell yeah.
I have no business being
Yeah.
on an active
They have
camera.
like a Discord, Patreon, everything. They're pretty badass dudes.
That's awesome.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome, dude. Congrats
Maybe
to
one
them.
day we can do a collab, homies.
Congrats to them.
Anyways, no free plugs. Let's get back to the show.
No free plugs. Milestone
Hell yeah.
announced that they have a whole line of animated movies coming out with DC.
Mm-hmm.
Milestone Comics, who, if you guys don't know, Milestone Comics is who is behind Static Shock or Static.
Mm-hmm.
There was only, we all say Static Shock now, but the only thing that was ever called Static Shock was that TV show.
Right.
Every comic has just always been Static. Everything
Yeah.
else, his name is just Static. And I always find that interesting. But they were behind Static, Rocket and Icon,
Mhm.
Hardware,
Blood Syndicate.
Blood Syndicate.
Mhm.
There's one that I'm forgetting and I can't remember, but
Yeah, I'm blanking too.
really cool stuff that
Yeah.
is all black creator, black owned, especially in a time where black writers and creators were not very prevalent in comics,
Mhm.
and they wanted to make stuff that was very real, very like the original Static was dark, very dealt with like real issues and racism and
Mhm.
police brutality, and of course they brought it back recently. Static season 1 is and Hardware and Rocket and Icon, they're all back at DC in comic form,
Yeah.
and they've gone just as hard as original. And of course people are mad, being like, why you gotta make it about politics? And
Nah, I dig it. This book has been awesome.
I love how comics have been political always.
Mm.
Like since their inception, they've always been on the pulse of
Right.
what's happening in our world. And people, when they start to not like it, they're
Yeah.
like, you don't gotta make it political.
And speaking of people not liking superheroes, one of the biggest superheroes, Superman, he just changed his slogan.
That's true. So last week we talked about how the new Superman, his son, Jonathan Kent, is
Mhm.
bisexual. People are not happy about that
Right.
because bigotry. And
Fictional character.
the fuck?
Whoa.
The fictional character, right? And now they're mad because his slogan used to be truth, justice, and the American way.
Mm-hmm.
And America is such an idea now
It's America. I mean, hey.
that people don't always feel the pride they used to feel when someone says truth, justice, and the American way. So what is it now?
I believe it's
Truth, justice, and
a hope for new tomorrow, some shit like that.
oh yeah, maybe it's for a better
pull it up.
tomorrow.
Yeah, a better tomorrow.
For truth, justice, and a better tomorrow.
There you go.
Which sounds good to me. I
Right.
mean, again, not just to be old liberal dibral over here, but that's a good slogan.
Yeah.
It sounds good. It shouldn't just be the American way,
Yeah.
It should be, hey, everybody should be happy tomorrow.
I mean, he's literally an alien that
Yeah.
circles around the world.
You're
and
not
saves
even
everybody.
American. You're Kryptonian.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so Milestone. Oh, I'm sorry, I totally got off track of Milestone. So those characters
Oh, I
are
had a
getting their
perfect segue.
animated movies, and
Right.
we already know that there's a Static Shock movie, like live action, that's in the works
Supposedly,
at DC.
yeah.
Well, I think isn't that official? Like they definitely announced that. Oh, speaking of similar superheroes, which I'm sure are going to cross over together, Blue Beetle. We knew that they were going to do a Blue Beetle movie, and we got a look at the design for what the costume's supposed to look like. Extremely comic accurate,
Really?
very cool. Jaime Reyes. If you haven't seen it,
I did not see that at
go
all.
on to our page, the Bat in the Hat podcast on Facebook, and check it out because it's a very cool
Damn.
Jaime Reyes
I
Blue
must have
Beetle.
missed that. That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
badass.
it looks amazing. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
He was one of my favorite characters in the Batman Brave and the Bold series.
He's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. Let's see. Oh, Peacemaker. We got the new Peacemaker
yeah.
trailer.
Trailer was awesome.
Looks very funny.
Right.
Vigilante looks amazing. I think
Right.
that he looks very comic book accurate. A little goofier than the Vigilante I remember reading
He kind of
because
looked like Snake Eyes a little bit from G.I. Joe.
he kind of did, but just
Yeah.
different colors
Yeah.
with the green and white. He was goofy though, which I'm cool because I know what this is supposed to be. But the original Vigilante, if I'm not mistaken, was kind of an asshole, and I think he ends up killing himself. Like it's
Oh,
a
really?
dark, yeah, it's a
I
dark.
didn't know that.
It's either by like drug overdose or like something crazy, but it's a dark.
Do you think he's gonna be
book.
DC's version of Darkhawk?
Oh man, I don't think so.
No.
No. I'm very interested to know what the fuck is going to happen in this show.
Yeah.
It looks like, just looking at the trailer, I don't know what to expect.
All right.
Like, I kind of get what I think I should expect, but I really don't know what to expect.
And
John
then-
Cena is turning out to be a very funny actor.
Hell yeah.
And that part where the fucking eagle
Gives him a hug.
wraps its wings around, he's like, guys,
Dad,
get my
Dad."
phone. It's hugging me.
Dad, you there?
Like, oh
No,
my
my
God.
favorite part was when they were there in the van, and he was like, "Are you sure these people made these babies? Because that baby looks attractive and looks good. The other baby looks like a butt baby." And they're like, "What do you mean, a butt baby?" Yeah, my older brother told me that some babies come out normally, and then other babies come out as butt babies, and I was a butt baby.
I thought I was a butt baby until I was like 14.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
And then isn't he beating the shit out of what's his name? The dude who has the arms come off in the Suicide
no,
Squad
so
movie?
that's the thing is I kept thinking the whole time that was the detachable kid. I
Uh-huh.
thought, but then I saw the face. I was like, that's not Nathan Fillion. That is Judo Master. And
who?
yeah, it's a character called Judo Master who apparently there have been several iterations of this character, all different people. And I genuinely thought that this was TDK from the Suicide Squad movie. The costume looks almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It's Judo Master. No powers, just somebody who knows judo.
Everybody hop on the first appearance of that.
Yeah.
The book's going to skyrocket.
I wonder, I'm very interested to know what the first appearance of that is. Like, it's probably some random Legend of the Dark Knight number, whatever.
Right.
But no, it's
he predates Superman.
seriously, Jesus. So that's actually all the notes that I even wrote down. Do you have anything else that I may have missed?
Do you know? It up. I know Naomi. Like, did you ever read that book at all?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
she's part of the Justice League now.
Really?
She got to skip. This is the thing that people are pissed off about, which kind of annoyed me too. She is like a 16 or 17-year-old girl, and she got her powers, and because of the magnitude of her powers, they brought her 2 days into having these powers. They're like, welcome to the Justice League.
Oh, damn.
She got to skip Titans. She got to skip Teen Titans. She got to skip Young Justice. All of that. They were just like, welcome to the Justice League. Meanwhile, all these other people who have been working for years, they're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, she's getting a CW series that's supposed to come out mid-2020.
Oh,
it's
yes.
Brian Michael Bendis book.
Mid-2020?
It just said 2020, so I'm...
20 was last year?
Or 2022, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, you mean last year, 2020?
2022.
The Rona, the year of the Rona?
Right. But it's a Brian Michael Bendis book, and it's EP'd by Ava DuVernay.
Okay.
So she's a talented director. But speaking of Brian Michael Bendis stuff...
Brian Michael Bendis is an amazing writer, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
He's responsible for creating Jessica Jones for Marvel. Miles Morales was created by Brian Michael Bendis. Phenomenal writer.
There's also another thing coming out by, I believe he wrote that series, didn't he? DMZ.
Not familiar with it.
No, it's a kind of like a Civil War type of in the future for DC characters.
Sure.
It's
I've never heard of it.
It's I believe it's a real small series. It's going to be starring Rosario Dawson as like the main character.
I'll have to look it up because I don't know if that's Brian Michael Bendis. Was it him?
I'm not 100% sure, but it's EP'd by Ava DuVernay. But it's going to be a 4-part limited series on HBO Max that should be coming out next year as well. Sweet Tooth season 2 got officially announced. Which
I wasn't. I tried watching.
You didn't love it?
I tried watching the first episode and I was bored.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved it, especially like the whole how he loves the big man.
Should I really give it another shot?
Once you get past like the first episode and you kind of get into it and just like enjoy the vibe, you're like, oh, big man. Yeah, I dig it. What else? Pennyworth. That was a series that was on like Epix.
Yep. And now it's a comic book.
Season 3 just got announced, and once season 3 comes out, it's going to be on HBO Max.
Oh, no shit.
So you can watch episode 1 all the way to season 3.
I wonder if that means they're going to try to tie it into anything.
I don't know, because I want to say it's like it's supposed to be based on like the 1960s. Mm-hmm. So if anything,
there was a lot of people who were saying that Pennyworth is the Pennyworth from Gotham, just younger. I don't know, but
I don't know. I never watched Gotham.
What?
I couldn't get into it.
You fucking traitor!
I couldn't get into it. Literally, the first episode, you have that shitty balloon going up into the sky.
Yeah,
it just looks so terrible. I'm like, I can't do it.
All right,
DC,
join me next week when I find a new podcast partner.
Wonder Woman 80th year celebration just happened.
Yes,
It just hit this time, and then they're also gonna have a like big, almost kind of like a what's that metal book that came out where it had a whole bunch of like crossovers and shit.
I don't know. What is that metal book that came out?
Death metal?
Oh,
dark
yeah,
metal?
Death metal.
Death metal? Okay.
Sure.
I wanted to say dark metal, but I know that wasn't it.
No, it was death
metal. But Wonder Woman's having their kind of like crossover type of thing with Wonder Woman, and it starts off in October 19th with Naboo? N-U-B-I-A?
Nubia.
There you go.
Nubia in the Amazons.
Yep.
Yeah. That comes out next week.
Yeah. That starts off or that comes out
or this week. Comes
today.
out
Today's 19th.
Yeah, today.
There you go. That starts off their whole crossover universe type thing for celebrating Wonder Woman's 80th.
That's cool.
That's pretty badass. DC Legends is going to hit season 7, and in season 7 they're going to hit 100 episodes.
100 episodes,
which is
I never got into that. So
Todd McFarlane announced a whole bunch of toys.
Yes.
Showed a whole bunch of like Robert Pattinson Batmans.
And they look really good.
Yeah. What was another one? He showed the Purple Craze Joker, the Greg Capullo. like badass
you know
Joker.
what? I heard about that, but I don't know what that Joker looks like.
It's like the one with like the big, long, extreme face. If you saw it,
Sure.
you'd seen it, but definitely like Capullo
I'll have
vibes.
to check that out for sure.
Batgirl, Batgirl and Alice, the movie is supposed to be coming out. I don't know how I feel about it because I never watched Batgirl.
So, is it supposed to be the same Batgirl? Because from my understanding, no, that's Batwoman.
Or I said Batgirl. I'm sorry, Batwoman.
Okay, Batwoman
Yeah.
and Alice, and it's a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it's like a PG-13. I think it's gonna come straight to CW type of deal.
I had no idea. I didn't know that was a thing.
It's supposed to come out next year.
What's that? What's it called? The what Joker?
Greg Capullo, Purple Craze Joker.
Purple Haze.
Craze.
Purple Haze.
There you go.
Joker.
Speaking of Batgirl, that CW series came out.
It is Greg Capullo's. It's where he cut off his own face. Joe Carr. He cut off his own face and then stapled it back on. That's pretty fucked. That's gonna be pretty cool.
What else? I think I had some more stuff in here. Got Sweet Tooth, Naomi, DMZ. How dare you? I should slap you in the mouth.
What? What'd I forget?
The greatest Batman show little insight that we got. Batman Cape Crusader.
Did we get anything for that?
Yeah, they had JJ, they had Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves all talk about it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Talk about like the set of it.
Did
talk
we
about everything that's gonna be. They showed
the set of it. It's an animated.
No, I mean like where it's like set
like
and like
setting
everything like that. It's like
animated
1940s, almost like a year one type of deal. Before he has all the gadgets and everything, and just basically just stroking your cock just to make you like super hyped for it.
From what I understand, because again it's set in like the
Big
40s.
yeah.
It is supposed to. Is it supposed to be the same Batman from Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah.
Because that would still make him like 90 years old.
It's gonna be before the before like he has Robin and everything like that.
Well,
like,
right.
Literally like year one type deal.
Okay, but it's in the 40s.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the same Batman animated style series. It's gonna be a lot of like ropes and shit.
That sounds interesting.
But I mean, it's Bruce Timm, the best fucking Batman.
No, yeah, I'll give it to him. You know, I will give it to him. I'll
and
give
all
it
the
to
original
him.
cast people are coming. There's also an animated Catwoman and Harley movie that's coming out.
Very cool.
Or no, Catwoman and Batwoman, I believe.
Catwoman, Batwoman.
It's called Catwoman Haunted. It's an animated movie that's coming out February 8th, 2022.
Cool.
What else? An Injustice animated movie. Injustice.
Oh, Injustice, yeah.
Yeah, that animated
We did
movie.
get a first look at that too, or like a scene from that. Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Injustice. That was written by Tom Taylor, who did the comics for Injustice. Right. And man, really good story.
Oh yeah.
Really cool shit.
You also got a sneak peek, or kind of like, not really a sneak peek, but like penciling of Harley Quinn season 3. The DC show. So that looks pretty fun.
Which it's taken so long for this show to come out.
Yeah,
I'm just really ready for season 3 because I finished season 2 over a year ago now.
Yeah, it was pretty funny too because they had the voice actress and Harley like do like the segue like leading up to it, and she was like shitting on how it took so long for them to make it.
Yeah,
how like some of the writers have died from carpal tunnel just working so much and shit.
That's badass.
And then I think that might be it.
That's it.
For it. They had a couple different book announcements. Nothing real crazy.
Yeah.
That I could really think of.
Well, that's cool.
Other than that, that's kind of all I got down here. And then besides that, I know this Friday there's a movie coming out called Ron's Gone Wrong. It's like a Disney.
Oh right, the
Century 21.
Zach Galifianakis.
20th century.
Zach Galifianakis and one of the kids from Stranger Things, I think.
Yeah, it's like a little animated movie that looks pretty fun.
I actually have not seen a trailer or anything for it. I've just seen like the commercial where it's them being interviewed. Yeah. So I have no idea.
It kind of gives me vibes of like Baymax because it's a robot and he's all like lovey-dovey, but he's gonna be like the spaz robot. So that'd be kind of cool.
That, yeah, I know exactly what that. I have seen that trailer. That looks very good. Yeah, it's like the one of these robots that doesn't have the right code written in it.
Everybody has all the cool ones. Yeah, and he's like the little spazzy.
That actually looks really cool.
And then Theo Vaughn, his Netflix debut special drops tomorrow. It's called Regular People.
I hate how funny I think Theo Vaughn is.
He's so funny.
He is so awful. when him and like Brendan Schaub and what's his name, Brian
Callen,
when they get together, it is just hilarious.
Yeah.
And I love them all so much. It's so funny. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
We also are rounding right up a little over. We're like 5 past an hour.
Oh, perfect.
So we ran out of news right at the right time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us while we just shared our thoughts on this nerdy shit from DC Fandome. I hope you guys are as excited as we are for all of the DC stuff that's going to be coming out soon. Please let us know in the comments below if you're on YouTube. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're most excited for. And we'd love to talk about it. And we're going to start featuring maybe some of those comments in our next upcoming video. So if you guys comment and want to talk about stuff, we'll be bringing them up.
Right. Do we have an email they could write into at all? Or no? Just rather do comments or DMs?
No, just comments. Yeah, okay. Just comments. Or if you wanted to comment on our posts on the Facebook page or anything like that. But right. YouTube comments, I love the comment sections on YouTube because they get fucking wild. So
I know this is a little bit behind the scenes, but are we doing another live stream for Kyle this week?
Yep, we're going to be doing a live stream for Cowabunga Comics. Thank you for reminding me. Doing a live stream, we do a live auction. It's actually a claim sale almost every Saturday. Well, it's every Friday, but this week it's going to be Saturday.
Oh, perfect.
And it is basically where we sell some books, man. We're going to be throwing books up and slanging them. And slanging them books.
Hell yeah.
So, if you guys want to have a good time and hang out with me and Trey, obviously, and joke around and maybe buy some books, then please, Cowabunga Comics on Facebook. You can definitely look them up, and you'll see when we go live because it'll send you a notification. Other than that, you have anything else for these awesome people?
No, I think that's it. Hopefully some of y'all can come out to the podcaster meetup, even if you don't have one and are just interested in the field of communications, or if you just want to meet people and shoot the shit and hang out. It's a free event, free to register.
I sign tits for free.
There you go. You can meet Steve. If you have bought any books from Steve, you can pay him to sit on your books in person fee.
So I do a pressing service for comic books where I will bare ass sit on your comics for $5 a book. And I will upcharge to $10 a book if it leaves a little Hershey's Kiss. So,
and for $20, I'll put the book on my lap, and then he'll sit bare ass on my lap with the book,
and I'll just grind and just
there you go,
grind on it.
You get a little bit of chocolate with the marshmallow, baby.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, please comment below if you guys have any questions, concerns, or you want to talk about anything we talked about in this video today. Trey, thank you so much as always, and
love being here, baby.
We will see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Peace.